Finally, the wait is over. I'm back with the episode number 4 of Feature to Fluency. Hello, my attentive listeners. Welcome back to my channel. I know you guys have been waiting for so long for this one. Yes, so here we are. I had an incredible session with Vinita ma'am. So, this session would be really incredible, insightful because we have touched a lot of aspects of the language grammar, lexical resources, about confidence, pronunciation, fear, and additionally, Vinita ma'am shared her journey too, how she learned this language. So this session would be very inspirational too for you, and you will see that every single one can learn this language. Okay, second thing I want to mention here that if you are visiting my channel for the very first time, let me tell you one thing that I talk to common people. I provide practice sessions to them. So if you are also looking for a practice session for free, I'm here. You can just send me an email. The email is given in the description box. And in this session, I guess you will find your answers too. And let me know if we answered any of your questions. And still, if you have any question, you can comment below because next I'll ask all these questions to my next speaker. Yes, enjoy the conversation.
इंग्लिश अगर बहुत आसान होती तो सब सीख लेते, सबको आती। अगर बहुत टफ होती तो कोई भी नहीं बोल पाता। देयर इज अ डिफरेंस इन दीज टू कैटेगरीज, राइट? द डिफरेंस आई फील इज, hey
Hmm.
Rajni, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I am very well. How are you doing?
I'm also doing great. Thank you so much for asking. First of all, I want to thank you for accepting my request. It's my honor to have you here today.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me on this channel, and I'm really excited for this conversation. Okay,
Likewise,
we can
likewise.
start now.
Yes, yes, yes. So I have prepared some questions which can help learners out there on my YouTube channel, especially for that future to
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So let's start
Sure.
first with your introduction because you haven't been to my channel ever. So it's your first time. So first, I definitely would like to know a bit about you for my audience. Yes.
Okay, so before I begin, I must tell you something. I have seen some of your videos, and the energy you exude in your videos, that is phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
you look stunning.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so about my introduction, my name is Vinita Chaudhary, and currently I'm living in Bangalore. I'm connecting with you from Bangalore, and I hail from UP, Mathura. I am sure you must have heard about it.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And if I touch upon my education, I have done BTech from IIT Roorkee in 2019. And
Hmm.
after that, I worked in different MNCs and startup. And now currently I'm building a platform named as Fluency, where we are trying to solve the problems where many of the learners, English learners especially, they face. For example, they don't have right environment. They
Hmm.
don't have anyone around them who can support them and guide them. So we are providing one-on-one sessions to them, and we started 6 months ago. It is going really well. So
Wow.
these days I'm occupied with that only.
That's lovely. That's lovely. Okay. Thank you so much for introducing. And yes, people will definitely approach you there. And I guess already you have a YouTube channel too. And from there, I got to know about you. I watched that.
Okay, so we are not okay. Thank
You,
you. We are not active there, much active there. I have uploaded some conversations just for the reference. But yes, people they can reach out. They can book a demo, free demo. They can check our platform.
hmm.
So yeah, I think I have answered first question.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So let's talk about the journey of learning the language. First, about yourself, that how did you learn? So basically, I want to know
Mhm.
like, how were you in college days or in schools? Like, how were your communication skills? Then, what were the struggles you faced, and how did you overcome them? All the struggles and challenges that were there. Yes.
You want me to talk about something that I don't want. Really, that
And
was a highly embarrassing moment for me.
yeah.
Right. And if I will start answering this question properly, I would say the session might get over, but my answer won't. Okay, so I will start from the time you asked, how was I there? So growing up, I was very shy. Hmm. I
Hmm.
always struggled to talk to people, even in my native language.
Hmm.
English तो बहुत दूर की बात है. So when I was in school till eighth, I was able to manage, and it was not requirement. It was not a requirement in my school. Till eighth, it was Hindi medium, and I didn't focus on that. People around me were focusing. They were talking Hindi or my native language only. But after that, my syllabus that got changed to English. So
Hmm.
then the problem started happening. And in the start, what we do when we are learning any language or anything, we
Hmm.
try to do, we start from very basic. So I did like filling up all those notebooks,
Hmm.
writing word meanings, writing all those grammar rules, tenses, and then bugging up all those rules. I did till school got over. And I somehow able to manage like till school. But when I went to college, I was excited before going to college, like, oh, I'm going to good college, maybe now things will change. But very first day, I got to know, yes, it is very difficult to survive here without English.
Yeah.
Like people were introducing, they were introducing each other in English. And
Oh,
at the time, I didn't know anything.
okay.
I vividly remember, I will share first incident in
Hmm.
college. So when I went there for the first day, so we were supposed to live with roommates. So there were two other girls. So when I entered in the room for the very first time, they were talking to each other in English. And when I saw it, I left my baggage there and I left the room in a jiffy. Like, oh my God, they are talking to each other in English. Now they will ask the same thing to me. So that there were many incidents in college, like clearing interviews, to get into clubs or groups,
Hmm.
hmm, and internship interviews, job interviews. I have failed more than 100 interviews because then I was so bad, so bad at English. It was a big problem then. So, yes, how did I overcome? I will talk about that. It is extremely important because
Yes.
when we start, we try a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Right? For example, reading. Someone said you should read a lot. I did that. Someone said you should watch a lot. I did that. Someone said you should listen a lot. I did that also. I did everything in my capacity. But later, after 4 years, after clearing, after getting out of my college, there was one question in my head. I'm still struggling to speak.
Hmm.
What is this? What I didn't do there? I didn't talk much,
Hmm.
talking with others, especially because I was playing it safe. I thought maybe after doing all this, I will be able to speak fluently. But
Hmm.
later, I realized no, 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 no. I will have to talk. Then there was no going back. I started talking to myself, to
Hmm.
others, and I leveraged every opportunity that came on my way. So it took me personally, it took me 3 to 4 years to realize it is extremely important and to work upon it. Finally, here I am. I'm now comfortable, extremely comfortable to
Yeah.
talk in English.
You sound comfortable, so comfortable, even poised while speaking. So the confidence is like superb. I like that very much. And 3 to 4 years you took to realize that it is important. And how long you took to become very good at English, like fluent in English?
It is a forever journey. I mean, I still
Yes.
work upon it.
Mm.
It is a forever journey, but there are stages. I feel first
Yeah.
you start. Okay,
Mm.
you feel you are not good at it.
Yeah.
You're terrible at it, in fact. And then you work upon it. You start talking basic English. Then you start talking little advanced. You get better every day. Okay, when you work upon it. So there is no ending for it. I'm still working on it. So I think you are also working on it. So every day it's a learning. But now I can say I'm extremely comfortable and I can help people because more than teaching, I can tell my journey. How did I overcome this fear?
I can totally resonate
So,
your journey. This was the same that happened to me. Yes, go on.
yeah. And I remember some incidents vividly. Like in the starting, I was writing, I was just bugging up. Okay, Hindi to English translation or English to Hindi translation. Okay, this is called this like vegetable, sabji, apple, same that time. And then in college, it was bit advanced than that sentences. Okay, Hindi to English, present, past, future. Later, I realized now I can say, hmm, probably after trying all those things, I have realized now few things were important. I was not aware because I was not aware about the strategies, tricks I should follow. And I literally, to be honest, I have taken up a lot of courses. In college, I bought every possible course that I got to know. Like maybe this will help me, this will help me. But nothing helped. They were all recorded courses.
Mhm.
So of course they helped in some ways, but speaking was again the main challenge
Mm,
that I got over by speaking only.
mm,
Yeah.
mm. So, did you take kind of a personal one-to-one sessions too after those recorded sessions, recorded courses?
I would say first thing in college I was not aware. It was the time 2015 to 2019. I was not aware. I was searching all those institutes and somewhere I got to know all those classes, group classes. I was not comfortable with that. Somewhere I had this ego, like maybe they will get to know I don't know English. They will make fun of me if I will make any mistake. So I was not aware. Honestly, at that time, I was extremely stressed and frustrated about that. I could have taken any one-on-one course. I was ready to pay as much as I could at the time. Just I want to learn English because I was struggling a lot there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't.
So that part was missing there. Sorry, you were
Yeah,
saying something?
yeah, yeah. Same. Like, okay, so you were not aware about the one-on-one sessions at that
Yeah, this is how I started. This was the main reason I struggled a lot. I didn't find anyone who can understand my problem or who could provide me the right solution for that at the right time. So maybe I thought this is the right time to start. So that was the reason I started Fluency.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. So you that triggered you to start something which can help people directly in one-on-one sessions. Great. Okay. So my next.
triggered me, yes, at
Hmm.
big level.
Great. Okay. The next question is people, I'm talking about the introverts first. Like people connect with introverts. Like if you are an introvert, you will take much time to become confident and fluent speaker in English. So do you think that both are interconnected, the introvert thing and becoming very good and confident speaker, like a public speaker?
Okay, one is sitting right in front of you. Hmm. What
Same.
about you?
Same.
Ah,
Yeah,
so probably
I'm an ambivert, but earlier I was totally introvert.
so now we have become situational ambivert or extroverts,
Excellent. Yeah.
right? Ah,
Yes.
so probably you also can relate to that. I would say, see, what happens, we used to think, like, I used to think personally, I'm very shy. Maybe I can avoid conversations by saying, I'm shy.
Mm,
This is the reason I'm not able to talk to you. But somewhere later, I realized, oh, I was harming myself only by doing so.
mm,
So introvert doesn't mean you can't talk. There is thing you're a little shy in the starting till you realize, oh, this is not an introvert trait. Hmm. You need to go out. You will have to work on it. It
mm,
is as simple as that. So in the starting, I would say they face struggle. They face these kind of challenges to connect with people. Okay, they can find other ways. Like I told you in the starting, I tried to find all those ways so that I could avoid any conversation. I can learn by myself. But
mm,
eventually, I had to get through this phase talking to others. It
mm,
helped me a lot. So initially, you can test and try a lot of methods.
mm.
Then eventually, you can talk to one person who you think that person is also an introvert. He or
Mm,
she can understand your problem very well. You don't
yeah.
need to talk to extroverts, okay? Or you don't need to become an extrovert in one go.
Mm,
You can start small,
yeah.
right?
That's,
Probably introverts, they can easily understand each other's problem.
mm, yeah,
And
yeah.
personally, I still struggle, not in English, but to get gel well with people who are extroverts. Like, I avoid it. I don't get along with them.
Mm, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens with me too. Like online, I'm now comfortable with anyone, like extrovert, introvert, face to face. But when it comes to talk in person, it is again a little challenging for me to strike up a conversation with a stranger, especially. So here I meet everyday strangers on Zoom calls. But when it comes to go out and meet a stranger, and even in Hindi or in our mother tongue too, I'm not that much comfortable to have a really nice eye contact and then strike up a conversation. Still, I need to courage myself. I need to have this motivation to just start a conversation, and so it is a little challenging still. Okay.
You have come so far. I must say, you have come so far. You are reaching out to people, they are reaching out to you to have conversation with you. It's amazing. I mean, it is difficult to do, honestly. It is very difficult, right? You have come so far, I must say. You are inspiring a lot of people.
Thank you so much. I'm just trying to do my level best. Okay. So next I want to ask you, like, many people are very good at English already. Like they are very good at understanding
Mm-hmm.
others and even reading. Even they are very good at writing too. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to speak English confidently, they become nervous. So how they can boost their confidence level while talking to people?
Okay, so I would say before speaking English speaking only, it is not about the speaking problem. Somewhere I feel the first point is attitude problem, attitude towards it.
Mhm.
Eh, We keep telling ourselves, maybe I don't know how to start a conversation. Hmm. I don't know how to talk to that person. I know words, or maybe I don't know enough words on everything. They are not confident about that. They somewhere think maybe one day I will become perfect with everything, then I will start speaking.
Yes.
What you can do? So, what I did, and it worked for me really well.
Mhm.
You don't need to become like you have to have a conversation for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 50 minutes. It
Mhm.
is a secondary thing. First, always start like when you are going, it is about the confidence when it comes to talking to strangers. When you are going to market, right? Or you are going anywhere. What we do, many of us, they avoid conversation. Like if they have to ask about the price or any item or any product, they avoid. Maybe other people will ask on behalf of them.
Mhm.
Hmm. We can start from there. Go to market. All of us go, right? All of us go to market. Go there, talk to vendors, seat hawkers, or sellers. Talk to
Mhm.
them about their product. At least it will help you to understand. Yes, you can start the conversation. Okay, one example. Second, what we do when we receive a customer care call. The moment we get to know this person,
Yeah.
he or she is talking in English. Oh, we have to talk in English. Hang up the call,
Yeah.
right? We can simply say, Hi, how are you? Simple, just initiate the conversation. And if you are not interested in their service, simply say, I'm not interested in your service. Maybe in future, if it is required, I will let you know,
Mhm.
right? We can do all those small activities. Like they are not going to judge you, right? And I have seen, I am a great observer, honestly. So that has again helped me a lot. So
Mhm.
what you can do, observe people around you,
Yeah.
how they are communicating with each other. Start small, just talk to kids. If you are not comfortable to talk to adults, talk to kids, right? They won't judge you. They will be happy.
Mhm.
I have done a lot. It has helped me. That is why I am telling you. I have talked with customer cares a lot, just to build the conversation, just to
Mhm.
build my confidence. I have talked with everyone. When I go to market, I talk with them literally, have a regular, like, where are you from? When did you start all this and all? So it is very good. They are also happy, like someone is talking to them. Mostly people go there, they talk about the products and services, right?
Yeah,
If you will talk to them nicely and you will ask about their day and everything, it will help you to boost up your confidence.
agree.
So
Totally
there
agree.
are many ways.
And I can resonate with the example that you gave of the asking the price and asking about the product. I always deny that. I don't know why I feel too shy to ask these things. And I don't feel that much comfortable even roaming there if I, go in a mall, shopping mall. So I
Mhm.
just check 2 to 3 items and I just immediately try to come out of there because I think because of crowd, because of people, like I don't know why I feel like people are looking at me, how they will look at me, and like I don't know what kind of fear there is, but still there is. Sometimes I feel too confident. Sometimes it happens, like multiple times it happens with me that I try to just pick whatever I need and just come out of there as soon as possible. So I try to avoid asking like these kind of questions I cannot ask. That's why I'm not good at bargaining too. So, many girls have this, many women have this. I don't have, I don't ask ever for bargaining. I cannot do this. I don't know why, but yeah.
Finish it. Yeah. You can give it a try now. I mean, you know English. It is not about that. You can give it a try. Just maybe you will feel good, very good after that.
Yeah, sure. It seems like we have achieved something, and it is not about English here,
Exactly.
like here in this city. I can ask everything in Hindi. Like everyone speaks Hindi here. But it is just, as you said, it is not about the language or speaking, it is about the attitude, right? How we are feeling
Exactly.
inside. So I am not able to ask even in Hindi. So that is a different thing, not about the language. So yes, we can say like we should not, interconnect that the confidence in the language is connected. No, the confidence is totally different. You have to work on the attitude, yes.
A few years ago, whenever I used to take a cab with my friends, and
Mhm.
throughout the route, I would talk to driver like, how did you start, and tell me about your family and everything. Literally, once I was traveling from Delhi airport to my home, Noida. So
Mhm.
for that 1.5 hours to 2 hours, I was talking to him. He was like, "Madam, आपको सारी information आज ही चाहिए." But he was happy. He was very happy. He was telling me all those stories. So you need to start simply by saying, "Hi, how are you?" And then they are ready to talk. I feel they are ready to talk.
Yes, yes. I have seen many people doing the same. Like they start talking with the auto drivers, they start talking any to anybody, but it is a little challenging for me. And I think I should try that too.
Yeah, you should definitely at least once, and let me know how was your experience.
Sure, sure, sure. I tried talking to a stranger, a foreigner, especially when I was there in
Mm-hmm.
a few months ago. So I used to go to
Mm-hmm.
the famous places multiple times every weekend, but I didn't have the courage to strike up a conversation with strangers, with natives. So I wanted to, but I was not able. So once I did in the park, in Central Park in Jaipur itself. So
Mm-hmm.
I felt so proud. I felt like, okay, so that time I didn't give chance to my mind to think about first. So as soon as I saw him and I just immediately jumped
Okay.
and I just went there and started talking. So then I really felt proud, and that thing I shared on my community post too. And that day, you won't believe, we played badminton together. So I went there to play just badminton, and I saw him, and then I talked to him for really long period of time, and then
Achievement.
so it was great. Yeah, it is great when you do these kind of random stuff. So I was not mentally prepared and didn't give a chance to my mind. It happens with me. See, if I see anybody and if I take a little time to think, should I go? Should I ask? What should I ask? Then I'm not able to go there. So that day I decided, okay, I didn't think anything about what should I ask and what are things. I just, went there and started talking to him. So it was really great experience. Yes.
I can relate to this.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question is like, while speaking English, people have the fear of making mistakes because others,
Mm-hmm.
relate with it, or maybe they pretend like we have committed a crime, like while speaking English, if we make any mistake. So how to get rid of this, like this kind of fear? So that is why also people are holding themselves back from speaking English in offices, with colleagues, with boss. They, just refrain from speaking English and just switch to Hindi immediately with, because of the, fear of mistakes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is one of the biggest challenge. I was there once. I'm not there. Okay, I have overcome with this problem. That is why I can tell you. So again, I would say when we speak in our native language, we make a lot of mistakes. We don't know. We don't speak perfectly, right? There are many words we might not be aware,
Mm,
right? We are not afraid to make mistakes. We either laugh it out or someone is laughing at us. We are okay with that. Like that's okay. Hmm. Because somewhere in this particular language we feel if I am making mistake that person also can make mistake. When it comes to English, first they tend to associate they tend to relate it with the status and ego. When you have low self confidence and low self esteem, एक nature होता है, we tend to develop that ego inherently. That ego is like, what if I will make mistake and they will laugh at me? And ideally nobody cares, right? If they are aware and they feel they can correct you, they will correct you in a very polite manner. Nobody is going to judge you, they won't judge you. hmm. What happens, we out of that ego we avoid making mistakes. If you won't make mistake, how will you learn, right? I will share one incident. I was terrible. I barely could speak one sentence properly in college first year. In those 4 years, okay, 2015 to 2019, I literally don't remember a single person, okay, single students. I remember few, three, four professors. They literally asked me to work on it, like, you need to work on your English. Three, four professors, that's okay. They were professors, but I literally don't remember a single student. Any of my friends or anyone from the college, they were aware. I don't know, I'm not comfortable with English. They were aware about that, but nobody said, nobody laughed at me.
mm,
And this is what I felt after that. Either they don't care, okay, or even if they do care, they don't try to make you feel like, nobody will try to make you feel like you are any lesser than them or any lesser than anybody. You can give it a try, nobody is laughing at you.
mm.
After that moment, they will forget.
Yeah, true.
Once you will make a mistake, they will forget. And
Mm,
nobody is speaking perfectly.
yes. Mm,
In English, we try to achieve that perfection first, and then we start thinking maybe after that we will start talking. No, no, I mean, whoever is talking in English, they don't focus on perfection. Simply the purpose is, okay, I feel like somewhere I heard it and I could resonate with it. Ideally, it is a language of expressions. Okay, we need to express our thoughts so that other person can understand. For English, we understand it is a language of impression. We need to make a good impression. That is not true. और अगर यार अब देखो, इंग्लिश अगर बहुत आसान होती तो सब सीख लेते, सबको आती। अगर बहुत टफ होती तो कोई भी नहीं बोल पाता. There is a difference in these two categories, right? The difference I feel is time and energy given to that particular language. Simple. If you are spending time in right practice, then you will become fluent or confident. If you are not spending time as in you will make mistakes, right?
mm,
And you will find yourself in really embarrassing situations, and that's okay. You can laugh it out. I tried, at least I tried.
mm. Yeah, absolutely. And in your answers, I can see that you observe people thoroughly. That shows now. I can see
I observe a lot. I observe a lot.
that.
I
I
have
can.
learned a lot of things
Mm,
simply by observing people.
mhm. And I think there is a little shift also in mindset. Earlier, it was totally like, I think, I don't know, maybe I know now because I connect with many people from IT sector, from company, or people who are
Mm-hmm.
giving interviews, or people who are preparing for. So maybe that is why now I am aware of this, that people don't that much judge. Like, as we say, like, जितना प्रॉब्लम बड़ा नहीं होता है उतना सोच के हम बना लेते हैं उसको. Like, we think much about the issue is not actually the bigger that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe people are not judging you that much. You are thinking only in your mind that they will laugh at me, they will judge me. Because in companies also, I have seen
Yes,
like
you are
people that
right.
hire now, they say like if you are a little weak in communication, that is okay, but you should be very good at technical thing. Later, you can work upon your communication skills. So they give you time to work and they ask you again like, just to work on it, but they don't like deny or fire you for that communication skills. But I have
No, no, no. Their
yeah,
way is different. They will say, "We will get back to you."
yeah. Okay, okay. But I have
We
observed
will get back to you.
mind has a little, there is a little shift in mindset now. And it is becoming a trend
Mm-hmm.
now, because I think earlier it was not easy to have one-on-one conversations or have conversations online with random people, and offline we don't have the environment. And earlier it was not even on online mode too. So now it is great that people have this exposure to enhance their communication skills here online, right? So this is again
Yes,
helping them
yes.
a lot. Yes. Okay. Next, I want to know, how did you work on grammar pattern, and if there is any trick, any particular method that you can share with the learners?
Okay, how did I work? When I worked on grammar, I didn't use it in speaking. And
Mm-hmm.
when I started speaking, now I don't care about grammar. Though I'm aware. So what happens if you are thinking grammar as a whole, you want to work on your grammar first, then you want to start speaking, and that's I would say it's a mistake. It's the biggest mistake you can do. First, start speaking. With time, you can work on your grammar. Limited knowledge we all have. We have
Yes.
done schooling, right? We were taught grammar and all those rules. Limited information we have. First, start speaking. Okay, start making sentences, start communicating, and then with time you can work on your grammar vocabulary.
Yeah.
Usually what happens, the major problem, people feel like maybe I'm not good at grammar
Mm.
or I don't have enough words. So I'm like, okay, so if you know all the grammar, this question many people say, most of the people they say, I know grammar rules but I don't know how to use them.
Mm. Yeah.
There are very few people they say, grammar, I don't know grammar, I make mistakes, and that's okay. Don't make it grammar centric or
Mm.
vocabulary centric.
Mm.
Make it conversation
Mm.
expression centric. Okay, work on it. Start conversating first, start making conversation first,
Mm.
and then with time, the moment you realize you are comfortable to make sentences, okay, you are comfortable to gather all those pieces words together and are able to communicate yourself, then you can work on all these verticals: grammar, vocabulary, or pronunciation, a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
According to the
to
requirement.
start with, don't focus, yeah, don't focus on grammar. What
Mm.
happens if you will make, there are many rules in grammar. How can you mug up all those rules?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And because of this issue, people quit their journey in between. They start with grammar patterns, and they feel there is no change. I'm not able to speak, even though I know every grammar pattern. Then they quit the journey, having this doubt that I'm not able
Yep.
to speak it. But it is not the right
Yeah.
way, I guess. And one more thing I have realized, that you have to find your own way too. It doesn't mean that if
Yes, 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 yes.
one method worked for me will work for you too. So through listening, I have learned all the grammar patterns, and now I think I'm
Mm-hmm.
polishing my English through reading. So through reading, I'm able to know the other patterns too, how to use it or how it is written there. So
Mm-hmm.
my ways are different, or maybe that work for me, or you have to find your own way too, right?
Yes, yes. But for that, you need to do tests and trials.
True.
Some people say literally, I have read a newspaper a lot. And I'm like, do you really enjoy it? No, they don't enjoy it. Then why do you read? If you want to get some information, news, then you can find your ways. Like you can read it in your native language, but just to learn English, you don't need to read newspaper. You can pick up some pieces, okay, from Google, ChatGPT, from anywhere that you find interesting. Short, short stories. Start from there only. Hmm.
Yeah.
With time, you will develop the habit of reading. I should tell you, somewhere I heard this beautiful expression, okay, related to how the person was able to relate the speaking with driving. Hmm.
Mhm.
So when you learn driving, you don't focus on the mechanics of the car or any vehicle. What
Mhm.
you do first, you drive on a straight road, then you take second stages, you take some turns, then
Mhm.
you learn about indicator and everything. Then you try to drive on less crowded road. Then
Yeah.
you jump into the high traffic road. With time, at every stage, you learn the rules, right? Eventually, if you are curious to know about this mechanics, then you learn it is a difference. If in English you are interested in the language, right, literature side, it's a different story. But in speaking, like, take it as a driving style.
Mhm.
Start speaking slowly with simple words, then
Mhm.
little advanced sentences, simple sentences, advanced sentences, then focus on grammar and other parts with time. This is the right approach, probably. I feel it has worked for me. Till now, I have realized
Yeah.
we
It
need to speak
works.
anyhow.
It works for many
Mhm.
people. But a few days, I guess 2 days ago, I had a conversation with a stranger who shared that he learned grammar patterns first and is very good at them and is able to use. So that is also work for people. So it is up to
For
you.
some people, yeah, it is working.
Some people it works, but only when you are just learning the grammar pattern and trying to use at the same time, trying to speak at the same time. Otherwise, there is no use of learning it, right?
In that case, the difference is the person who learned grammar first, maybe he or she must be very curious to learn grammar rules.
That
Okay,
also.
but if you find it is like just it is making you feel you know nothing about English or you are struggling a lot, then you shouldn't follow this approach. If you're curious to learn all those grammar rules, then this is the best.
Yeah.
You can implement.
Mhm. So our meeting is going to end in just less than 1 minute, so I don't want to end it abrupt.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I wasn't aware. It was a really lovely conversation with
Yes.
you, and oh, time has flies.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to tell you that thank you so much for giving me your precious time. You must be really busy with your sessions. So thank you so much for being here, for coming along, and for sharing your
I
advice
really,
with us. That will help students definitely. Yeah.
I loved this conversation. It was amazing, and thank you so much for inviting me. And
Yeah, yeah,
let's hope we'll connect in future.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay. Yeah.
All
Bye
right.
bye. Have
Yeah.
a good day
Bye
ahead.
bye. Take care. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you too.
Bye.